One trade can change everything.
Hello everybody, welcome to today's tutorial. We're going to take a look at naked point of controls. Now these are horizontal levels that act very similar to, let's say, a monthly, weekly, and daily horizontal level that can act as support and resistance. I do have a tutorial on these called horizontal levels. I encourage you to watch those first if you don't already understand that concept. So similarly, these naked point of controls can act as a magnet for price, giving us another confluence, a horizontal level of confluence for support or resistance in that case, right? So we'll go ahead, we'll start with the monthly. In order to do this, we're going to use a tool called the fixed range volume profile. I also have a tutorial on this tool. If you're not familiar with it, you have to watch that before you continue on with this tutorial, as it is a very key aspect to it. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and draw we'll do a fixed range volume poll for each month of 2023, starting with January. So January 1st, poll to January 31st. Okay, great. So what does this represent? Actually, you know what, let's go ahead and we'll do the other, we'll do the rest of the months here. So we'll do February 1st to the 28th, and then we'll also do March, that would be March 1st to the 30th. Okay, so what does this represent? You know, after watching, of course, the fixed range volume profile tutorial, you know how this works. And given this time frame, what this represents, this is the value area for the month of January. Okay? This is the point of control for the month of January, meaning at this price level is where the most amount of volume was traded. Okay? Same could be said here. This is the value area for February. This level is where the most amount of volume was traded in February. This level is the most amount of volume that was traded in the month of March, right? So these are our point of controls for January, February, and March. Now, this January's point of control has not been visited since the month closed here. So here, I'm going to go ahead and we'll hide some of these. So we can see that since January has closed here, price has not come down and visited or tapped this level. That means that here we have a monthly naked point of control. So we'll go ahead and we'll take our horizontal ray tool and we'll go ahead and draw this out. Monthly, go to there, and we'll type naked point of control, and you can go ahead here and say January nPoC. Okay, and we'll go ahead and we'll move on to February. As we can see, since the month of February has closed here, price has traded through it once and twice. So this is a tapped monthly point of control, not a naked point of control here. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that one, and now we'll move on to March. We can see here that March does have a naked point of control at this level. So we'll go ahead and we'll mark that out. And we'll say March nPoC. Okay, cool. Now we'll go ahead and get rid of these. We'll go down to a weekly time frame for this. So let's just do like maybe the last few weeks, maybe starting in here. So we'll go ahead and we'll draw Monday to Sunday. And again, we'll draw Monday to Sunday. And again, Monday to Sunday. And again, Monday to Sunday. Okay, great. So we can see that we do have two naked point of controls, two weekly naked point of controls. So we'll take our ray tool again. Weekly, go ahead and mark this out. Naked point of control. And we'll go ahead and clone this. And now you can actually type in here, you could say WNPOC, and here you could say nPoC for monthly, weekly. My charts are color coded, so my horizontal monthly levels are purple, my horizontal weekly levels are yellow. So I just use that to represent the time frame, and then I just simply put nPoC on there to remind myself what it is. So we can see here these two are not naked point of controls. These are both tapped. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all of these, and we can see that we do have a handful of naked point of controls that could act as resistance in the event of a move down. Now keep in mind these are best used with sources of confluence. So we can say, for example, being that we are in this range here, if we draw this out, this is a great range, by the way, we can see that this weekly naked point of control coincides with the top of this channel. So you would know then, well, if price does get a move down here, people might be looking to long this area. You may think to yourself, well, I'm going to wait till this naked point of control is tapped before opening up my long position to trade higher. So naked point of control will act as a magnet. Price wants to, tap these levels, right? And the moment that they are tapped, you can totally remove them from the chart. I don't even take them into consideration anymore after that. Right? The only time that you would take into consideration a naked point of control continuing on, let's say if it was the previous month naked point of control, right? Or the previous week naked point of control. As you guys know, previous week or month levels can be really important into trading. Also previous daily levels. But if it's the week before that week and it's already been tapped, I'm not really going to take it in consideration unless it shows itself to be a key level on the charts. So with that said, the moment that a level is tapped, you can go ahead and just delete it, remove it from your chart, and, look forward to the next one. So at the close of every month, I go ahead and check for a naked point of control. At the close of every week, I check for a new naked point of control, and I look to these levels, again, as a magnet, and for further confluence on the chart that is a little bit less common. Not your average trader will have the naked point of controls drawn out on their charts. So it could be a really nice source of confluence for your trades where, people might be looking to long here, and you may be looking to long just a little bit lower, giving you that advantage, of knowing that that naked point of control is there, right? So there can be a lot of an advantage to using those. You can also do daily naked point of controls. I'm not, again, I have a tool that I use these on, but we can go ahead and, just as an example, we can say, okay, this is, Sunday open to Sunday close. Oops, I wasn't even drawing it there. So Sunday open to Sunday close. And then we'll do Monday open to Monday close. And so on and so forth. You can continue to do this. But as you can see here, we did find one daily naked point of control. Again, blue being my daily level, so I can go ahead and put nPoC here. So now again, we can see we have a couple monthly naked point of controls here, a couple weekly naked point of controls, and then I just took the time to draw out one daily naked point of control just for the sake of time. Of course, you can go through all of this, and find any kind of levels that you would like. These work similarly to other horizontal levels like our weekly, daily, monthly levels. The higher the time frame, the stronger or more likely that level is to be respected. So the daily level, sure, we might get at the very least some kind of a bounce from it, right? Maybe more. But if you were to look to a weekly, this may provide an even better trade, and a monthly, even better confluence or even a greater support or resistance level. So it's similar to, in basically all TA, the higher time frame the level is, whether it's a trend line, channel, horizontal level, naked point of control, the higher the time frame, the stronger and more respected that level is going to be, and it will provide you with more than likely a better trade. So, these dailies, you can maybe catch some good scalps on. If you have some other great confluence with it, it could provide you with a better trade. Something, more maybe with a weekly, and especially these monthly naked point of controls are definitely something to, keep an eye on. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Like I said, if you haven't already, do watch the horizontal levels tutorial, and especially if you've gotten this far without already having watched it, the fixed range volume profile tool, I do have a tutorial specifically on that tool. I find it very useful. I use it every single day with my technical analysis. So do check that out. And again, like I said, there are platforms that you can use to identify these levels without having to take the time to draw them out. You know, you can see here, like, we had that, you know, around that 22,000 level for our monthly that we draw on the chart. Well, using this tool, this is the month of what month is this? February or January or whatever it might be, but that level is shown on the chart here as well. We can go ahead to our weekly. Again, you know, that 24,840. On the other chart, it was 24,300. So we can see that that naked point of control is being represented. We also have to keep in mind, I know that the level is a little bit different as shown here versus there. Do keep in mind that this is showing Bybit's trading volume, whereas the chart that we had just shown was Coinbase's trading volume. So the naked point of controls can have a little bit of a discrepancy. They may be a little bit different, right? And then, you know, finally we go down to a daily time frame, and you can see this just shows me all of the point of controls for each day, and if one's naked, it goes ahead and expands it beyond that. This is exo charts. You know, I may in the future do some kind of a tutorial on this, but in the meantime, you know, doing something like this most certainly you know, works really well as well, at least for the time being, just so you can get these levels marked on your charts without having to pay for an additional platform.